Hi, my name is Tony Dungy, and I have the privilege of introducing you to a series of presentations by Shining Light. These short videos are actually productions that have been put together by men and women who are incarcerated. They've received help from professional artists who've come alongside them for one reason, because they're committed to the ministry of Shining Light. When you watch these presentations, you'll feel the power of these very talented men and women. You'll not only see how gifted they are, but you'll get an understanding of their passion for life. I believe that you'll be touched by this amazing and inspiring work. I want to thank everyone who had a hand in the production of these videos, and I want to thank you for watching. I know you're going to enjoy them.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Boone. I'm the Executive Director of Shining Light. When COVID-19 shut down all of our programming in prisons in March, we set out to find ways to continue to support our participants inside, to enable them to continue to grow as individuals and to be a positive influence on their communities inside despite these circumstances. Part of that effort is this creative outlet to enable them to express themselves, to inspire others, and to bring hope to the entire facility. This idea began when we saw celebrities pull together to bring music and encouraging words to society. We saw efforts by well-known artists and gifted communicators to reach those inside the walls. But having worked with men and women inside, we knew the potential they had to reach their peers. Words spoken and art created by someone who's walked in your shoes can be the most meaningful and influential in times of difficulty. So we wanted to make that happen, and this video is the result. We hope through it that you are reminded that no matter how difficult life becomes, you are not alone. And no matter what challenges you face, there is hope. Please enjoy Creations of a Caged Bird.
I got something heavy on me that I need to get off.
I'm going to tell this story, and I don't care who knows it or what they think about it, but I've got to get this off of me.
Maybe it can lead you to a better place if I just let it go. 'Cause I'm the caged bird.
The metaphor of a caged bird was made famous by Maya Angelou, but it really comes from this understanding from the abolitionist Frederick Douglass that was borrowed from the poem by Paul Laurence Dunbar. In that poem, he makes the statement, "I know why the caged bird sings. It is not a carol of joy or glee." Understand this metaphor. You understand the depths of that moment that he was talking about, that caged bird, that he was living in that circumstance, and the reality that today we still have to live in these moments. What I want you to do is I want you to focus in on not only this caged bird that is isolated and confined, but the fact that he still has a voice.
And with that voice, he sings. He chooses to create something, not just to cope with his longing and hardship, but also to express the deep desire for change and for freedom. It is this heartfelt mix of pain and promise that we found in the videos that were submitted to us. And our hope in sharing these bird songs in all of their various forms is that wherever you are, you'll be encouraged to know that you are not alone.
helper, advocate, rebel, organizer. I can't breathe. How can I speak clearly and genuinely? How do I show up against my own emotions, at odds with comfort content and distortions? I am here individually and collectively, active in the struggle for social change, justice, and accountability. I am here individually and collectively, in this struggle and fight for the freedom to be acknowledged, even more for those who don't understand that they're being oppressed. The children, the unborn, the forgotten, the voiceless, the mothers who must feed first. I demand all hands on deck. I can't breathe.
In the last video, Sean writes about the importance of the individual and the collective in order to see real change happen.
We must commit to coming alongside each other in struggle and in grief.
And also in hope.
This next group of videos starts us off by going inward, responding to the prompt, "What I wish you knew."
It'll cause you to take a real hard look at yourself, to focus on what needs to shift in order for real change to come. This isn't a time for you to tell us what you know, but it's the time for you to figure out what you still have yet to learn.
Kind of look back on my own personal life, and a lot of times I got tunnel vision. I get so focused, I become a one-track mind, and I just neglect everything else. Family, other things that was of importance. And I was like, well, I got these other obstacles that I got to face too. I was a long-distance father. So I'm like, how am I going to be able to get back in touch with my kids? I also suffer with addiction too. So it just became the fact that tunnel vision, this one-track mind that I start to even neglect myself. And that was the biggest thing for me. Just looking at it from where I was at that present time, collecting my thoughts and saying, well, I'm here in prison right now. Where do I go from here? How can I focus and do what's necessary and stay on track? Just working with the little that I had was kind of more so with that goal and just making the best of it.
Listen, yo, you gotta start where you are. But what you have, make something out of it and never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. George Washington Carver.
I used to lay in bed for hours, resting on my back. Smoking joints and taking showers helped keep me off the track. Things I was supposed to do was somehow left undone. I used to drink a beer instead. It always seemed more fun. Before I knew it, the years had passed. I became a so-called man. But I realized after all those years, I still didn't have a plan. Reefer gradually turned to coke. Vodka replaced the beer. And once the four started working together, my dreams all disappeared. Now, at the age of 58, I'm beginning to think something's wrong. Because no matter what I tried in life, nothing's ever lasted long, be it jobs, college, or relationships. The results of all my half-hearted efforts have all ended in a lot of pain. Mom says I'm on a merry-go-round. She thinks I'll never change. I've been too stubborn to take advice, but it's time to rearrange. And one must conform to society's laws or be labeled an outcast. But why can't I live my life my way? My way. Must I kiss society's ass? To address this issue is really upsetting. Though I try to keep an open mind, still I go on living life my way, hoping one day peace I'll find. Now, believe it or not, I'm an intelligent guy, well-read as well as outspoken. I just need to learn when to keep my mouth shut. Far too many promises are broken. But I'm beginning to tire of the sex and the booze and drugs. Tired of living life in the fast lane. Sophisticated image I work hard to project. It's beginning to seem really plain. And though I want to go on living life my way, certain things I've begun to see. I'm beginning to think after all these years that the real problem is me.
I'm feeling so homesick. It's like every weight in the world is kicking in. My entire family I'm missing. A redo I'm wishing. This destiny of mine, tripping. Gotta change it. Gotta flip it. My movie thus far, skip it. My script, rip it. All these arrows flying at me, dip it. I'm so tired of running. So tired of ducking. So tired of hearing inmates quacking like chickens. I'm tired of hearing them all around me clucking. But like a soldier, gotta keep on trucking. Because my goal's to make it home. My dreams gotta get sold. All the while the enemy's trying hard to make me fold. But I'm a pot of gold. I've got God on my side. Pause, devil. I'm putting you on hold. You're looking at an overcomer. Behold.
Since joining the Shining Light team in 2017, I've been honored to work alongside hundreds of men in facilities ranging from Ohio to Pennsylvania to South Carolina. One thing I've experienced is that the bravery and strength and creativity you're seeing in these pieces here tonight, those qualities are not exclusive just to these men and women. I've seen the same qualities in each and every single participant I've worked with over the last 3 years. One of those participants is Tom. Oftentimes during the workshops, we would break for lunch and return, and I would find that Tom had skipped lunch. Instead, he was listening to music on his tablet, dancing, perfecting the dances we had learned earlier that morning, creating dances on his own accord. It was never a challenge getting Tom to participate, and I quickly found out that when Tom put his mind to something, his heart was going to be with him 100% of the way. So, needless to say, when I heard that Tom had submitted a piece for this project, I wasn't very surprised. Tom's initial submission for this piece included a great deal of heart and honesty, and it also included specific choreography for an ensemble to perform together. Of the many themes and topics Tom wanted to include in this piece, one of them was the importance of community in the face of struggle and suffering. The task that I was challenged with was how do I bring forth that message of unity and togetherness in the midst of our current pandemic situation. It led to myself and 4 other brilliant choreographers and dancers interpreting Tom's choreography and then piecing it together so that that message of unity and community could shine through while maintaining the heart at the center of the piece. So with that said, I hope you enjoy and are impacted by Tom's heart and vision as we present Burn the Ships.
How did we get here? What comes to wait on a lonely shore? I can see in your eyes, dear, it's hard to take for a moment more. We've got to
burn the ships, cut the ties, send a flare into the night. Say a prayer, turn the tide, dry your tears and wave goodbye.
Step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon a heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back. Don't let it arrest you. This fear of falling again. And if you need a refuge, I will be right here until the end. Oh, it's time to
burn the ships, cut the ties, send a flare into the night. Say a prayer, turn the tide, dry your tears and wave goodbye.
step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon the heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back.
So long to shame, walk through the sorrow, out of the fire, into tomorrow.
So flush the pills, face the fear, feel the weight disappear. We're coming clean, we're born again. Our hopeful lungs can breathe again. Oh, we can breathe again. And step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon the heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back. And don't you look back. And don't you look back.
Whether it's COVID-19, a dead-end job, systemic oppression and racism. A spouse who's relentless in being an abuser. Fear, or the literal mental and physical forms of incarceration. All of these chains can be broken. It may be a mountain now, but we know mountains can be told to fall and crumble. But only as long as we fight, only if we fight. And as long as we unite, we gotta unite. And only as long as we hold on dear. If we hold on to that light.
It's so interesting that suffering has never looked like this before. You wouldn't imagine that the entire world will go into this whole circumstance together, a pandemic. For the first time, we've all felt what it feels like to feel each other's pain, to feel each other's suffering, to feel each other's situation, and to have to come up with something together. Even in the midst of this, the uprising of social and cultural unrest has been almost unbearing. We've watched people lose their lives to the hand of racists, people lose their lives to the hand of miscare, people put in situations to where they had no idea on how they could step forward and survive. This is a moment where unity has to become a solution. But there is no unity without expressing our truth, our pain, and our common suffering.
Your voice in this conversation is so important. We're so thankful that you have bravely spoken to the pain and the injustice that you see, and that we can be a vehicle for sharing those stories with the world. This next piece is called Dear COVID-19. It was brought to life by artists Aaron Gould and Dave Abrams and was written by Hakeem.
Dear COVID-19, on my mind, you have caused a lot. And I'm writing this letter whether you like it or not. So bear with me and heed to the end. And maybe you'll see you need to end. You've caused a lot of fuss for a lot of people. It cost them a lot of money. You've shed a lot of tears. And all for what? A lot of proteins, fast and winding. A lot of corpses quickly decaying. There are a lot of dear father, dear mother, or dear darling others. In spite of this, we must have coffins and consolations, a lot of tombstones and processions, a lot of partings and mournings, a lot of bodies burnt, embalmed forever, to be seen never, to be seen never. Sons remember a lot, grandsons a little. After them, the dead forgotten, I seen in the hospital. So is this not a lot of nonsense? Now do you see all that you have caused and why you must end? I hope you stop soon, so I can see at least one of my friends.
We come over here, he starts grabbing for the keys and all that stuff.
We're in a race against time, at war with me and minds, looked upon different, which makes us an endangered kind. We can't breathe. We're dying from asphyxiation, hunted like wildlife because the difference of our races we can't breathe. Can you please remove your knee? If this is the land of the free, then what's the difference between you and me? I have rights, which is why my people fight. This racism and hateism we've been experiencing our whole life, we want change. We are tired of the same pain. They say racism doesn't exist, but yet we're still locked up in these chains. Let us free. Or should I say, let us be. L-A-C-K and not have to D-I-E over H-A-T-E. We can't breathe, which is why Cap took a knee. It's not about the flag or the badge, but the police brutality. We are at war with the same people that protect us, yet the protection don't protect us. Instead, they just neglect us. Let us come together. I'm tired of my people dying. I'm tired of my people crying. I'm tired of justice lying and getting away with justifying. We can't breathe. And it's time we catch our breath. And it's time we take a stand and put the racism to rest. Black Lives Matter.
Pain has color. Color has sound. Sound everywhere. Pain. Crying out. Silence is loud, especially if you ignore it with a smile and sarcasm. It might sound remote, but I feel it's too close. The opportunity to see through the glass that shows no different. Is it not strange to let time pass by with the lie that it heals everything? Good should be the majority in each of us. Take a stand for yourself. And for those who can't get up because a knee is on their neck saying, I can't breathe. Taken away from their dignity, fighting with their last breath, crying out, Mom, use the power of your voice to choose the words you want to leave for a world you want to live, and where equality creates a balance of existence. Do not allow cowardness to contaminate the justice of diversity.
The soul becomes pure when listening to the word. Alone, we are voiceless, but together we are heard. My thoughts seem to fly a lot faster than a bird. Together is where we stand. Only ignorance will get served. Who am I to judge? Leave the judgment to our God who sees the unseen. There's no life he would rob. Together, we are one in many different shades. Similar stories, different books. Familiar page, precious days, beautiful nights. I dream about heaven, a purified drink, green garments of fine silk and brocade. Together we stand, together we soar, together.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Anthony Ramos. Just wanted to send y'all some love, peace, blessings. Man, it's definitely an interesting time in the world, and there's definitely mixed feelings about what the world is and what it's gonna be. But I just wanna encourage y'all right now that the world is whatever we want it to be, and the world is whatever you want to make it. We want to make it, right? It's like, yo, man, and praise God for art. Thank God for art. Thank God for your art. Please keep spreading your art. Please keep making it. You know, the world needs it. We all need it. So please keep spreading your art. Keep spreading love, faith, hope, peace. And let's keep our eyes on the prize, man. Just vision, 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 eyes on the prize. And I just wanted to say what's up, y'all. I just wanted to send my love and just thank you for the art and that you're creating, and send my blessings, man. God bless, mad love, and hope everybody's doing all right, man. Peace.
Hello, my name is Rachel, and I am so happy to be introducing the next two pieces to you. I got to know both Ed and Hector through workshops with Shining Light, and more recently was able to talk to them about the pieces that you're about to see. Ed spoke energetically about the dogs he'd had growing up, and he started to wonder what it might be like to know what a dog was thinking as we deal with our everyday. His piece is told through the eyes of a dog and explores the unconditional love and comfort that animals can bring to our lives. Hector spoke passionately about his family, about the need to keep healthy, and he showed a concern for the constant reliance on technology. His piece offers us a gentle reminder to cultivate positive habits and relationships that will help us to engage more meaningfully in the world. Both pieces offer unique and really creative perspectives on how we can care for one another and how we can be cared for. A timely and welcome reminder.
I hear them long before I see them. Voices, lots of them. So many people marching past. Where are they going? What are they saying? Is it a game? Are we going to play? Sometimes they run and I chase them. They stop and I stop. Is that what this is? I hear, enough? Enough? They say that to me sometimes, but this sounds different. Where are they? I hope they're okay. I hear them at the door. I'm so happy they're home. Where have you been? Why are you crying? I wish I knew what was happening. I used to cry when my mom had to feed all my brothers and sisters at one time. There always seemed to be one or two of us left out. Hey, are you okay? You can talk to me. I'll always listen. I'll nuzzle in. You like that. I love you. I love you so much. Please stop crying. I love you.
Keeping ourselves balanced. Mantenernos equilibrados. Para mantenernos equilibrados en el día a día, primero debemos mantener una buena salud. This means we need to eat well, have sufficient sleep and regular exercise. También necesitamos participar en actividades que nos nutran. Pasar tiempo con las personas que nos importan nos nutren. En mi observación, lo que la mayoría de la gente realmente quiere es conectarse con otros seres vivos. Take the time to be with your family and with people you care about. Cultivate friendships with people who have good values, people whom you can learn from, and people who will be good role models for you. Develop a sense of curiosity about good life and the world around you. Hoy en día, las personas que caminan por la calle miran sus teléfonos celulares, chocan con seres humanos reales mientras envían mensajes de texto a personas que no están ahí. A veces necesitamos apagar nuestra tecnología y sintonizamos con los seres humanos reales que nos rodean. So much of our communication is through nonverbal cues, our body language, how we move our hands, how we sit, what we do with our eyes, the tone of our voice, and the volume of our voices. Sin embargo, muchos niños y adultos jóvenes ahora están creciendo sin ser sensibles a ese tipo de cosas porque casi nunca están cerca de personas reales. Siempre estarán en su universo de 2x4. Envían mensajes de texto a sus teléfonos. Para ser humanos equilibrados, también necesitamos tiempo a solas, sin nuestro teléfono y computadoras.
It is so helpful to relax and sit and read an inspiring book and think about life. We don't have to always be doing something or making something. We also need some time to be with our friends. We need to nourish our body as well as our mind. We need to do things we enjoy, such as engaging in hobbies or playing sports. We could be careful not to waste the time in our precious human life on the computer, iPad, and iPhone.
Cultive amistades con personas que tengan buenos valores, personas de las que puede aprender y personas que sean buenos modelos a seguir para usted.
Cultivate friendships with people who have good values, people whom you can learn from, and people who will be a good role model for you.
When we asked what hope and hardship meant to our writers, so many responded with the impact that a community dedicated to lifting each other up can have.
But some journeys, some experiences, some roads have to be walked alone.
So by holding space for one another as individuals, we honor the uniqueness of lived experience.
This next video, 3 poems by Heather, are a window into her journey from a life without parole to a life redeemed.
Life. Crushing, squeezing. Like a vice whose grip you can't escape. Ever tightening. Heavy. Forever. Forever. Heavy. Ever tightening. Like a vice whose grip you can't escape. Squeezing. Crushing. Life. You took my life from me, but you left my heart beating. You left me bruised, broken, shattered. A lump of flesh, bone, and blood lying on the floor. But I have been able to rebuild. What you meant for evil, God has used for good. When I'm at the end of my rope, when I feel like one more thing will break me, I turn to my Lord and remember His promises. I will always love you. I will never forsake you. I suffer every day in unbearable heat, drowning in a sea of negativity. I think nobody loves me, nobody cares. And I remember my Lord's promises. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. I'm isolated, far away from my home and the people who love me and support me. The worst thing I can imagine has happened. I lost my beloved mother and couldn't be there with her at the end. My Lord promised, there will be no more tears, no sickness, no suffering, no death. We will be together in paradise. For you are my beloved. So I look for the gifts each day brings. Even in this dark place, I can find them. He is always here, right beside me, crying with me, and carrying me home.
My name is not important to know. It was Christmas of 1990 in South Philly. I met Joey when I was 7 years old, during a difficult time in my life. My father and my baby sister were killed in a car accident. My tears are never ending. I walked into this huge bedroom with uncertainty. It was vast, huge, and endless, and he appeared small in his pajamas. He said, "I don't get many visitors. Would you like to play?" And then he pulled out all of his G.I. Joes. So Joey was 7 years old himself, and he was diagnosed with leukemia and had only weeks to live. We played for hours, like children do, and he told me that he had no friends and that he was going to die and that an angel was going to fly him to heaven very soon. He was going to the great beyond where my dad and baby sister are forever. When it was time for me to go, he thanked me for being his friend. And he gave me his best and favorite toy, a G.I. Joe action figure. I still have that G.I. Joe action figure at home to this very day. Joey's last words to me were, "Endure. Endure. Endure, endure, endure. You can make it through. Endure, endure, endure. The sun will shine for you. Endure, endure, endure. Your angel will guide you through. Endure, endure, endure. You can make it through. You can make it through. Endure, endure, endure. Joey died a few weeks later. It's amazing to me how you can meet an individual just once, and that encounter will change you for a lifetime. Joey's last words to endure have been a stronghold of strength and faith with each trial and tribulation I've faced in my life. The pain and the shame, the guilt, the loss. I have endured being incarcerated with deep, sincere remorse. Incarcerated for decades now. I guess we all have endured in some way, and we can endure through it all. So I will leave you with Joey's last words on that Christmas of 1990. Endure, my friends. Endure.
I did a total of 37 years. I am one of the commuted lifers. And because we can't get in right now, we're trying to do something, as you can see, so that we can still, just have that connection. And don't be discouraged, because you just never know what God has in store for you. I mean, whoever thought that I would be out of prison and working for the lieutenant governor? I mean, who would even, I never even thought that in my wildest dreams. And I really just, say a lot of the things I say because I want to encourage you. I want you to not just say, well, this is it. I want you to know that there is hope. I'm hope. And I try and just shine that light so that, you can know that all things are possible through God. All things are possible. So I just want to say that I love you guys. I want you to hang in there. And I always say that your ship is coming in. You just got to wait. But your ship is going to come in. And may God bless you. Stay safe. We're trying to get into prison so that we can see you. But right now, God is in control, because I believe he's trying to tell us all something. But in the meantime, just stay focused, remain positive, and know that help is on the way. God bless, and I love you. Never will forget where I came from. Never will forget the ones I left behind. Never will forget the ones I laughed with. For some reason, they stay on my mind. I never will forget. Never will forget the ones I cried with. Oh, we were so close, just like family.
Wow, wow, wow. What an incredible release of creativity. Honestly, every time we have the privilege of working with our friends at Shining Light, it never ceases to amaze me, the beauty that comes forth. This is a testament that we need each other. When human beings come together and they share their stories, both stories of struggle and stories of triumph and stories of encountering a Savior who loves us so much, it's a recipe for redemption. And, you know, this next piece that is about to be shared, Have You Ever Heard the Sound, to me is an incredible picture of what it is to be on a journey. We have this ideal of who we're becoming and knowing that it's a beautiful destiny, but we feel the struggle of the past and the current opposition. But it's the grace of God that pulls us forward, and it's the creativity of God that empowers us to choose to create something beautiful even when it's difficult.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you for the honor of getting to work with each and every one of you, to getting to bring life to the words that you have created and you have written down. It has been an honor to be a part of this project, and as we go into the next few pieces, enjoy them and enjoy what you have created and seeing it being brought to life.
We are all jars of clay, but within these jars of clay is the explosive power and love of God. May we always remember that.
What's the sound that a butterfly makes when he's flying all around? Better yet, what's the sound that a rainbow makes when it extends from the ground? What's the sound that a blue sky makes since there's always one around? Now let me see if you can answer all three. And when you do, can you please tell me?
We're glad to facilitate this opportunity for incarcerated men and women to have their voices heard and to enable them to encourage others by creatively expressing common concerns and offering hope. It took a large extended community to enable it to happen. Our staff to develop and try some new ideas, donors to support our staff, departments of corrections, and your prison staff to allow some new things to happen, and professional artists to bring these pieces to life. The people who wrote these pieces are not celebrities or professionals. They're men and women who find themselves incarcerated, but who still have great potential, and so do you. We want you to know that you matter. Your voice and your story matter. And by sharing it with someone, you can help them know the same. On behalf of everyone who worked on this, I want to encourage you to take your next step in discovering and becoming all that you were created to be, and to support those around you as they do the same.
It started with light. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Genesis 1:3. Mankind has built many types of lights. Colossal spotlights, blazing stage lights, towering lighthouses, ornate chandeliers, compact flashlights, and the flickering little candle. Lights come in all varieties for all sorts of uses, yet none rival the lights that God spoke into existence in the very beginning. He started it all, and it is His light that shines in our hearts, the light of His love. We may not be able to choose the setting for our light, mounted in the top of that lighthouse or only in the rusted bracket of a prison cell. Maybe we removed ourselves from our original fixture, or maybe someone else did. but we are not limited by any setting, any past. The God who spoke light into being speaks life into us and says we can shine. We can shine in our lives where we are by His grace with His love. Candle or spotlight, free or locked down. It started with light at the beginning, and it started with Jesus' light in our hearts. So let it shine. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Remember, as Shining Light taught us, we are shining light.
Thank you for watching. We hope you were encouraged and inspired to action by what you saw today. To close out our program, we have one more video. It comes to us from David in Pennsylvania, and it's entitled Shining Light.
Again, thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, how beautiful the stars are at night that give us a twinkle of light. And how perfect is the timing when our sun comes up shining. These two concepts formed together is called a shining light. In the beginning there was darkness, and God said, "Let there be light." And light was born, shining so bright that not even night can overpower its might. Oh, what a wonderful sight! Seeing and knowing combined together is 1 + 2. But shining plus light is equally powerful. As one meaning, we are all a whole standing together to stay warm when the world gets cold. We will not fold. United we are with unity, love, and peace. North, west, south, and east, latitude plus longitude makes our entire world a plus with one bright, shining light on us. Shining light.